We shall not break our integrity. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. That's it. Say it. Speak it once into existence. Speak it once, and then go in the lab and do the work. Do what's required. It's a timing thing. Like I say often, it's not gonna happen from one day to another. But the moment you speak it into existence, and you go into action, there's a corresponding force that's gonna come and help you to make it happen. Call it God or whatever you want to call it. I think it's more a force.
The chosen one. Like Daddy's the chosen one.
Like Daddy's a chosen one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
In
tell
our
my friends.
yeah.
Daddy's a chosen.
In our darkest hours, we are tempted to break our integrity, to compromise who we are, what we believe in, and what we know to be right and true and good. There is an opportunity to be weak and heartless, and it is taken. An impulse arises to be cruel, or to cheat, or to run from our very own dreams, and it is sadly followed. And then we default, and we even tell ourselves that it's okay because it's hard. You know, it's hard. We tell ourselves, oh, I can't live my dream because it's hard. Most people say you're going to tell themselves, or they're afraid. They're not really afraid of failure. They're afraid of success.
They don't want to put the hard work in.
They don't want to put the hard work, and they're afraid that if they become too successful, that they can't handle it. Often, that's the fear. No?
But Daddy,
I had that fear at the beginning, but as I go on,
you accepted who you are.
that's it. I accepted who I am.
Some people don't accept who they are. They want to live a normal life. Look what happened this day. You had a reaction, and look here, you accepted who you are. Even you have a like a knee who's not the same like the other one, you could still survive.
Yeah. My moral is there. I have a bad knee. I'm in pain, but I happen to you know, it becomes part of you also. And at one point, you accept it, and
I accepted who I am.
Yeah. You accept who you are. You accept your fault, your vulnerability, and your.
I could really be the only kid in the whole Ville who knows who has a daddy like this who films.
I don't. It's not a very common thing. It's common sense, but it's not common practice.
Bird watchers. Yes.
No, that's common sense. Waking up, but it's not common practice. It's common sense to open our eyes to life, but it's not common practice. We don't. We don't, because we look at things, but we don't look to see. We look just
to
look at it. Look to look. We don't look to see. We look to look.
Yeah, people know
and the look they put out too on the outside, very important. We lash out in anger to those we love, and then they are when they are most vulnerable. We lie to someone we care about, even though we absolutely know they are desperate to hear the truth. We let disappointment win the day and hastily quit on our dreams just because we stumbled and fell and made a mess of ourselves. A lot of people, that because of the mistake they've done in the past, or because they didn't meet up their expectation in one moment, they will let everything go. Come on, you're gonna have moments of high and moments of low high. You're not gonna be always
happy,
super
excited, like running around and doing all that kind of stuff.
No, I think life is like a seesaw. No, there's up and down.
Life is like a seesaw.
You know, you're gonna have good moments. You're gonna have more moments, more challenging.
Like crossing the river every day.
Yeah, but I think every moment is very worth to have the experience in a moment anyway. So we withhold our voice when we have a chance to shine, hiding our true selves at the expense of authenticity and growth. We act indifferent and cowardly just when the world needs our presence and strength. These are moments when we experience a sudden rupture of mind and spirit, a lack of virtue, a descent into the dark plains of selfishness and irresponsibility. Perhaps it is not always so dramatic. Not all compromise of our character are, like the movies often portray, centered on huge and vexing life decisions. There is no tearing out of air as we desperately try to figure out what to do, as if a grand existential dilemma is unfolding all around. There is no dramatic debate in a public square or a conflict so heated someone collapsed to the ground because they can't stand to give an inch. No, most breaks in our integrity are small in scale and go unnoticed. They often come when we are too busy to pay attention. We didn't even notice we were rude. We didn't realize it became an habit to act unlike ourselves, to tell little lies, to be easily angered, to keep our ideas to ourselves, to talk too much about ourselves, to gossip, to delay, to ridicule, to be late, to forget the thank yous and the I love yous.
Yeah.
We broke stride with who we are and how we want others to perceive us because of little throwaway acts that we didn't realize were solidifying into a character that was likely beneath us. It is time to remind ourselves that today's thoughts and action becomes our legacy. When we forget this or lie to ourselves thinking our actions do not matter, we have permissions to act as momentary bouffons. We let ourselves break just this once from our values. We cheat just this once. We lie just this once. We put off the hard task just this once. We skip the workout just this week. We take the drink just once more. And soon we find that each of these little breaks in our will leads to another, and then to a lifetime of compromise and regret. Without vigilance, what is right and strong about the human spirit can be whittled away and broken forever. Let us not forget that our actions form, piece by piece, a structure that is either upright or crooked. And so let us aim to be our highest self, keeping our character and values intact, meeting every situation with solid integrity and generous humanity. When the next temptation comes to be weak and heartless, and it will come, we will not take it. Instead, there will be a strong, grounded refusal to break. A decision not to compromise or lower ourselves. That mighty lift that comes from doing what's right. A grand ascent to another realm of human character when we are congruent with our divine nature. Personal freedom and the hope of mankind rest on our commitment to stay true to ourselves, our dreams, our words, our goodness, and our loving nature. Refusing to bend on our values, we become unbreakable, solid and stable, courageous and certain men and women of valor, worth, and character. Let us build a life we are proud of. Let us declare we shall not break our integrity. Boom! Live and direct. Jennick and Gavin.
Yeah.